Today on Real Talk, 2022 came with a lot of changes to real estate, and we're going through some of the biggest 10 today. Number one, this year we hit the highest average sale price that we've ever seen in the Hamilton and Halton region. In January, we hit $1,271,000, a huge number, and it doesn't seem like it seeing what's gone on in the last few months, but that's what we did earlier on in the year. With number one comes number two. The average sale price dropped almost 25% in the same Hamilton-Halton market, one of the biggest drops we've seen in a year in recent history. In November, we're at $970,000 for the average sale price. Number three, we rejoined forces with Remax Escarpment, and we are happy to be back with a forward-thinking, like-minded real estate organization, and things are just going fantastic so far. Number four, this is no secret, but interest rates hiked from around 2% up to where they are now, in the mid to high sort of 5% range. Now, we rehearsed for this with the stress test, which was at about the 5% rate, but still it's been very hard for people to afford their normal way of living and also afford a house to buy. Number five, influx of people back to the major metropolitan areas and the rental increase that came along with that. So with the COVID restrictions and working from home, pushing people out to the suburbs and even further, this year we saw some of the clawing back of people going back to the major cities and the rents going back up. About 27% according to Urban Nation, which is a huge number. Number six, conditions are back. Buyers have more protections than they've had in recent years. It's been tough for buyers to get things like a home inspection, condition of sale, financing condition in the last few years, but this year we've been seeing all of that returning and buyers being in a much safer environment when they're going to buy a house and having these protections going along with it. Number seven, the provincial government unveiled a plan to open up the sacred Greenbelt, and this has been the first time the Greenbelt has been up against the ropes since its inception back in 2005. Now, nothing's set in stone yet, but it's looking like that could potentially be opened up, which will have a major impact on the real estate market. Number eight, the foreign buyer tax increased from an already high 20% up to 25%, which is really prohibitive for foreign buyers, but not nearly as prohibitive as the next point I'm about to bring up. Number nine, the foreign buyer prohibition. This is a huge rule change. This is supposed to be a 2-year temporary measure to prohibit foreign buyers from buying residential real estate in Canada. Really, if you're not a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen, you will not be able to buy any residential real estate. You'll be limited to buying essentially commercial real estate, but you'll be subject to the foreign buyer tax of 25%. Now, I said this is supposed to be a temporary measure, but 1917, income taxes were introduced as a temporary measure, and here we are 100 years later. Number 10, in 2022, we filmed 23 episodes of Real Talk with the help of Northern Spruce and all of our team members. I hope we were able to give some people some useful information and some good insights into the goings-on of the real estate market. Thank you everyone who watched this year. Have a great holiday season and a happy new year. Thank you.